So the score, Jay, man.
Okay.
Colorado versus Oregon.
I'm gonna go Colorado 45, Oregon 42-41.
Colorado 45. Wow. See, I question myself and I say, okay, they played at TCU. Does TCU have a better offense than Oregon? I say absolutely not. You look at that score, that was a high score.
No.
And it's hard for me to imagine that they were going back and forth, man. I think Oregon is twice as good as TCU offensively. I think they got some holes on defense. I think the cornerbacks are kind of, the jury's still out. Man, I think it's going to be, I think it may be like 47, man. 47-38, man. Oregon, man.
It very well could. That's most likely what will happen.
Yeah.
I just have this really unique way of believing that Colorado shows up for the fourth week in a row, man.
Yeah.
I can't shake that instinct, so I'm gonna hold on.
I want that to happen. I pray that, like I said, that will make my weekend if Colorado beats Oregon. That will really make my weekend.
I mean, logically, it shouldn't happen. But football is not a logical game when it comes to inspiring athletes to perform above and beyond, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is like Colorado has already played in so many tight games like that I believe that they have a recipe. They have a blueprint now to work through those moments. Oregon hasn't had to feel that yet this year.
Yeah.
And so I have this way of believing that the experience that Colorado has had this season has already given them literally they already have like 10 games worth of emotional experience from the games that they played this year.
Yeah. So you got Colorado, I got Oregon. That's the first game, and
I think Colorado's going to get 3 turnovers, and that'll be the difference.
Great. Even though they don't have Travis Hunter, man. I mean, who knows, man? Coach Prime, man. Look, the way he be talking, all the little stuff he says, man, he make you want to run through a wall, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way so look, Colorado, Oregon. That's the first matchup we looked at. LBC Robbie, hey, thank you very much. Appreciate everything, man. Appreciate everything. So the next one we want to look at is Clemson and FSU.
and that's going to be a competitive game when we play them. So I'm not talking trash against Oregon. All I'm saying is for someone to say, what has Colorado done? And then say nothing, that's not true. When in actuality, it is your university that you now represent that has done nothing.
Yeah. Hey, Bart, we're going through these games right now. Matter of fact, like I said, Clemson, FSU, Utah, UCLA, Bama, Ole Miss, Oregon State, Washington State, Ohio State, Notre Dame. We're going through about a few of these games, so we'll make this our next one since this is up here. UCLA at Utah. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think UCLA. I like UCLA this year.
Defensively, they look a little decent, man.
I like UCLA this year.
They look a little decent. That quarterback, man, I'm very impressed with that guy, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going UCLA 34, Utah 28.
I'm going to say 31-24, but, you know, UCLA, the quarterback, Deontay Moore, man, young kid out of the state of Michigan, he reminds me of Jaden Rashada. Actually, both of them really impressed me. And I think, man, the way Chip Kelly, man, I'm not sure what's happening with Cam Rising. And those guys, they got a couple edge rushers that I absolutely think if Cam Rising is not all the way healthy, he could be lost in Alfredo sauce if he's not careful and, re-aggravate that thing, man. So, I think, I'm not sure they'll probably hold him out. What you think?
We've had this conversation before. Don't rush anything back with Cam.
Yeah.
Don't rush. I mean, because if you drop one game early this part of the year, you could still end up in the Pac-12 championship game later.
Yeah.
So I would not, because I think that I think there's only going to be one undefeated team in the Pac-12, and the other teams are each going to have 2 losses.
Yeah. So I got UCLA, man, 31-24, and that's against Utah. And Utah we give them credit. They beat the crap out of Florida. Florida just beat Tennessee last weekend. So it's not like, they are a good team. They physical. We know they're going to
play. Utah can play, but it's just how their team speed, in my opinion, is lacking right now. Even though Money Parks is a beast, I love that kid at receiver.
Yeah,
they got a really good receiver. I like him a lot. I just don't know that they have enough firepower right now the way UCLA's defense is playing.
Yeah. Now they did play I think it was North Carolina A&T. They played a couple small teams, so I think it's going to be a big test for both of them. So I still got UCLA 31-24.
Yeah, and I want UCLA to win. I want UCLA to win. So
no doubt. I want Utah just to get worn down. Completely.
Utah's not about to fall out of the top 25 if they used to lose to UCLA.
No, they're
so
not.
We'll still end up playing a ranked Utah team.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Kevin.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, love and respect to you as well, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate that, man.
What about Washington State, Oregon State?
That's the next one. This one is kind of tough for me, man. I was talking to somebody about that today. We went back and forth. I kind of had Oregon State edging them out. But it is at Washington State. Cam Rising, I just think DJ, man. DJ, he's playing sound right now. Oregon State has the best offensive line in the Pac-12, according to PFF. That's what PFF is saying. So right. I think with that offensive line and DJ, if you give DJ time, I think he can slice you up. The way they dominated against San Jose State, the defense absolutely. That was a mobile quarterback. He was throwing on the run. So
yeah.
I'm going with them.
But Oregon State did struggle in their second game.
Who did they play? Did they play? Was it Fresno? I'm trying to remember who they played.
It was a smaller school.
It was a small. I want to say it's. Who did they play? I saw the game. I saw the game.
They gave him a little bit. But I got to think that Oregon State, with how with how they've been trending over the last year, they were a really good team last season. Didn't get enough credit. This season, I just can't count them out. And now they got a better quarterback, so I'm going to Oregon State as well.
What's your
score? Oh, okay. You first.
Man, this time last year, I want to say Washington State went to Oregon, and really a crazy thriller, man. They put up some points, but I don't think it's going to be – I'm going to say it's going to be 35-28 Oregon State.
35-28 Oregon State.
John, appreciate you, man.
What's up, John? JC in the building. I'm going much higher. I'm going. It's a last minute field goal. Oregon State 48, Wazzu 45, and they win it. They're tied up, and they kick a field goal with very little time to no time left. That's how I'm gonna call.
Man, you think Oregon State? You think Washington State's gonna put that many points on Oregon State?
I think it's gonna be a shootout. I do.
Yeah, man, that's
because you can't. Cam Ward is a baller, man.
He's a baller. Hey, I give him all his credit. I give him his flowers right now. That dude be getting it in, man, and he's very mobile. He's not the tallest guy, but he's mobile.
They still run that spread offense. They can put up points, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So you got Oregon State winning.
I do, Oregon State.
Okay. So right now, Oregon State, and so the next big one, Clemson versus Florida State.
Yeah.
They play at Clemson, so that's kind of a tricky little situation. I don't like the way Florida State looked last week against Boston College. I picked Florida State to win the ACC. Bottom line. But Boston College was kind of shaky to me, man. That was kind of suspect.
Mm-hmm.
But Clemson lost against Duke, first game of the season. I mean, 29-7 or whatever. They got blown out.
Yeah. I think Florida State's gonna pull it off.
Same here.
I think it'll be like 35-28 Florida State.
35-28?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning toward that. I don't like Clemson's offense, man. Even though Garrett Riley is there, the quarterback, K. Klubnik, he's just not. And, DJ took a lot of slack from him last year, man, which was crazy. And now he's performing. So, man, I'm going to say 25-35 Florida State.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I'm going to roll with that one.
Garrett Riley is a year away from getting the type of offense.
Yeah, he got to get his guys. Well, Dabo needs to stop. He needs to stop being stubborn, and he needs to use the transfer portal.
We're going to see what he does after this season.
Yeah. And so the next game is
Notre Dame, Ohio State.
This is the game right here. There's two games we need to be rooting for as USC fans. This is the second game right here, man. This game absolutely needs to be highlighted. It's probably the game of the day. I don't know. Colorado in this game is the game of the day. Who you got, man?
Man, I think that the Irish are about to whoop on them boys.
I think so too. I think Ohio State is very suspect. They hadn't looked just like they opened up with Indiana this year, and they look very suspect. They don't look like the Ohio State of old. C.J. Stroud is gone. I know they got their quarterback, but I'm not. They're gonna have to make me a believer. The way that Wake Forest transfer is throwing that ball right now for Notre Dame.
Sam Keller.
No, Sam Hartman.
Sam Hartman. There you go.
Yeah.
Sam Keller's a talk show host. My bad. He's a podcast. Big shout out to Sam Keller. I love your show. But yeah, Sam Hartman. I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, I think he's good. And their running back is Notre Dame's running back.
He played against USC last year.
Yeah, but he's running different this year.
And he's big, though. He was, man, that dude is a big old dude, man. He's like 230 pounds.
Yeah, he's running a lot.
Estimate. Is his name
Estimate. But I think he was a little banged up, too, against us. So he looks healthy. He looks healthy this year. So I think Notre Dame. Yeah. Notre Dame going to score about 35 points, and I don't think Ohio State is going to score more than 24 points in this game.
I agree. I don't like the teams that they hadn't put up the most points against less competition.
35-24, Notre Dame.
You kind of leaning where I'm going to say 35-25 then. I was kind of leaning the same way. 35-25, Notre Dame. And, hey, Jamie, Hartman is he's all the way legit, man. I'm feeling him. I'm feeling everything about him.
Yeah,
beat the Buckeyes. And, of course, you guys already know that's gonna boost us up anyway if that happens. In the last game we got, Ole Miss and Alabama, man.
Ole Miss.
Hey, let me tell you something. Jackson Dart and Michael Trigg, the two transfers from USC, have been absolutely balling for Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin. And I think the way Alabama looked against South Florida last week, they were lost in Alfredo sauce. They were lost in every sauce imaginable. But I do know that they're going to get ready to start that other quarterback again that played in at the beginning of the season.
Milroe.
Yeah, Milroe. LBC Trojan. USC and Notre Dame this year said, it's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. Rivalry since Bush 2005, which is the game you played in. So you already know what time that is. Hey, thank you, LBC Trojan. You already know what time it is. Slap happy. Yep, Ole Miss. Oh, Jackson Dart is balling right now, man. I don't know if you've been paying any attention to him.
Oh, yeah.
But
Jackson Dart and Mike Trigg, they always going to be Trojans to me, man. I love those guys. I don't care if they transferred. I love those guys. And I
got love for him, man. All the guys that transfer from the Trojans, I got love. I got love for Bro McCoy. He's balling for Tennessee, even though they lost.
I like Bro, too.
Yeah.
So I'm going, I'm definitely going Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to be somewhere between that 32 to 36 point range. And I don't believe Alabama can score 28 points in this.
They put up 17 points against South Florida.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
With Milroe.
He didn't play. They played that other quarterback that transferred, I think, from Notre Dame. So,
that was South Florida last week. My apologies.
Yeah, South Florida. Yeah. Milroe played against Texas. So I don't know. They were trying to experiment. And I don't know what they're.
Tyler Buckner. Yeah.
Buckner. Yeah. Tommy Reese, I think he was lost in the sauce, the coordinator with that. So I'm picking Ole Miss, man. I think I'm gonna say
Alabama losing twice. I could see it. It's just sometimes it's not your season. It's just like everybody wants Alabama to be who they're not. They're just not 100% what people want them to be, and that's okay. It's gonna be that way from time to time.
Yeah.
So that's that.
I got them. What's your score on that game?
I'm going Ole Miss with a pretty decisive win. The Ole Miss 35-36 to 24.
Yeah, 35 to 24. Yeah, I think Ole Miss, man, they made the way they've been playing and the way Alabama just
Kiffin want the smoke.
Yeah, I think they're gonna score. Alabama might score 21 points, and so I'm gonna say 21-35 Ole Miss.
They are gonna go deep on those boys.